Now we'll see what are the different ways to capture an HTML element using JavaScript. Alright, so I've created a new file called as index.html and we have gone with the go live. Okay, go live server which is 45500. So let's assume that we have a button here. Okay, button. Let's define with an ID. Okay, so this is the traditional way of capturing the element in JavaScript. Okay, let's say this is button A. Okay, so let's define it as button A. Alright, so you can see here the button is available here. Okay, so let me open the inspect element and then keep the console open. Okay, so here we are going to see the output. Okay, this is the place where we are going to see the output. Okay, the script. Okay, so nowadays we don't suggest you to use IDs. Okay, so it has a lot of drawbacks because you need to use only one ID in a project. Okay, so in real time we actually got stuck in a project for 2 days because we couldn't identify the actual issues. Okay, because of this ID has been duplicated in one of the code. Okay, so those are legacy codes. What we say is a legacy codes are very old kind of codes. Okay, so let's say button A equal to document dot get element by ID. Okay, so the ID is button A. Remember, we are not using any hash symbol up front. We are using document dot get element by ID. Okay, so here we are using the ID. Button A is the ID and this button is the variable. Okay, so now let's go for console.log btn a. Okay, so this will actually collect this HTML element and give it to us. Okay, so this is one way. So the other way is the other method is using the class name. Okay, so let's go for class equal to button B. Okay, so here let's go for button B. Okay, so there can be any number of classes. Okay, you can repeat this class. For example, just okay, so just telling you button C. Okay, this is allowed. Button C, this is allowed. If you can, if you try to duplicate the ID, that is not allowed. You will get an error. I will show you that. I think I will be able to see that error. 1 second. Actually, it was supposed to give you a warning saying that the ID is duplicated. Okay, so I have seen that, but I'm not sure how to get it out now. Okay, now let's see that. Okay, so here constant button B equal to document dot get element by class name. Okay, so remember here it is only element, here it is elements plural. Okay, so let's open and close bracket which equals button B. Okay, so this is collecting the elements using the class name. Okay, so console.log button B. Okay, so you can see here we get an array of elements. Okay, so this is the difference between getting an element by ID by a class name. Okay, so analogous to this thing, we have another set of code which is called as query selector. Okay, so let's go for constant button A1 equal to document dot query selector. Okay, button A. Okay, so here I need to define the hash symbol. Okay, so query selector does not define which what is the attribute. Okay, so here let's define constant. Okay, sorry, console.log button A1. Okay, so you can see here this button A, this both are same. Okay, so this query selector and get element by ID both are analogous to each other. You can use this or you can use it. Okay, generally it's not a good practice to use ID. Okay, so similarly for get elements. Okay, constant button B1 equal to document dot get element by get query selector all. Okay, so dot btn b. So why we are using dot? Because we are referring the class name here. Okay, so let's go for console.log button b1. Alright, so this is the next case. You can collect the list of HTML elements matching the class button. Okay, so other than that, you can use constant buttons equal to document by tag name. Okay, so get elements by tag name. You can see here. Okay, so we don't actually use these codes in real time. Okay, most of the time we use query selector or nowadays. Okay, so those are days. Okay, like 10 years back we were using this document button get element by ID, but nowadays we are not using it. Okay, so here you can see here we got three buttons. Okay, so one is with an ID button A and button B with two class names. Okay, so we have three buttons here. So three buttons are captured over here. Okay. So other than that, we have one more thing which is called as input type equal to, let's say, using the name. Okay, username. Okay, so here this is pure JavaScript. Okay, so constant username equal to document dot element by name. Okay, elements by name. So this will be username. Okay, so console.log. So this will capture the input. Okay, this form element. This is mostly used to capture the form element. Okay, so that only the form element should get this name attribute. Okay, that's why we use this one.